Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Justin, this is Kay, and for the casual viewer that doesn't exist, that watches our videos, you might have the sneaking suspicion I pick all of the movies that we review. Well, that's the case. Well, that's the case for.
90%.
There's also that 10% that Kay picks. So here is one of her choices, Wedding Daze, starring Jason Biggs and Isla Fisher. Jason Biggs,
Didn't he do the
he did the American
summer
Pie,
camp? Yeah.
American Pie movies. He voiced in the uh Ice Age movies. He's been in oh God, what was he in? He was in that
I don't know.
he was in some Dane Cook comedy with Kate Hudson and Alec Baldwin.
And Isla Fisher was in Wedding Crashers.
She was
Kind of
also
paid.
in she was also in Now You See Me.
Oh, that's right.
She was also in the first Scooby Doo movie. And she was in another movie that you'd probably be happier if I didn't mention.
Okay. She kind of acted almost like the same character for Wedding Crashers.
It's been such a long time since I've seen Wedding Crashers, and I it was never that huge comedy. It was never that huge thing for me. Similar to 40-Year-Old Virgin and especially Bridesmaids, it's like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing that's ever come out in Hollywood. I'm like,
Hmm.
whatever, if you say so. You're wrong on Bridesmaids, by the way. That's a topic I'll never get into. Um,
You just started it.
so Wedding Days. This movie. Michael Ian Black is the writer and I believe director. I've never been a super big fan of a stand up, and with the state, he was kind of. I was never a super fan of his sketches. I always thought Tom Lennon was way funnier and is funnier. Um, this feels like it's try. This feels like it might have been written as like a fine PG-13 romantic comedy, but then someone from someone from American Pie or Tomcats or Tom Green came in and just decided to punch up some dialogue and punch up some bits because
Some of it didn't work, some of it did.
I
It was
don't know
kind of
which part
slow
more.
in the beginning because can we just get into the
It
movie?
would just get into it would start with wholesome, it would have wholesome bits, and then it's like the punchline is like, um, here it's a penis pump, and it's like, okay, great, thanks.
Okay, so
Jason Biggs,
wants
wearing a
to
diaper, so you know you're in good quality
he
right now.
he was
He
being
was
the
dressing up like
Valentine's
Cupid and having oil on his body.
for yes, with
He
an
has,
arrow,
yeah, he has an arrow, and
bow
it's
and
like,
arrow,
or he has an arrow, and it's like, will you marry me or something?
and she
Um,
was on a date. It looked like
no, there was a guy who was hitting on her.
oh,
So,
she never got to say yes.
she gets she gets like a heart attack right here or something, or she gets something right here because in one of the deleted scenes there's like a big thing of red that just explodes or something.
That's
So,
isn't that where your artery is? One of your main
okay, she
arteries.
I don't know, maybe she didn't have enough water or bran or broccoli or something. Who knows? So anyway, year goes by. He's extremely depressed, can't get over her. Talks about how her hair smelled and stuff, and
Yeah,
I don't
how she
know.
talked and sang and just
Yeah,
everything.
was the love of his life, which I'm not gonna lie, she was cute. Um, so then his friend says dude, man up, just ask someone else. So he looks, he sees
The waitress.
no, he sees some people that
Oh, what about her? What about her? Oh, what about her? Her. And they're all like old or way too
They're like
young.
70s or 80-year-old women. And it's like,
Ugh.
and then he sees Isla Fisher, and of course he's like, oh, which who wouldn't? Am I wrong?
Let's keep moving.
So anyway, he just basically says, "Will you?" He basically says, "Will you marry me?" And this is one of the problems I had with the movie is that she is okay. She says yes immediately,
No, she thought about it a little bit.
but then she says yes, but
Yes. But they hardly know each
there's
other.
not a
They
strong.
have to get to know each other.
There's a strong reason.
She's gonna move in
Hold
with
on.
him.
There's a strong reason as to why Jason Biggs would hit on her, because he's single and he's trying to just get back out there. I don't feel there was a good enough reason for Isla Fisher to say yes immediately.
Oh yes, there was. Her parents wanted her to marry that other Jewish kid, that guy.
Which
And he was a total, what was it, orthodontist or something?
I don't know.
And he was being a total jerk. She didn't want to marry him. So of course she had an out now.
I don't.
She said yes to him.
Maybe I would have made it to where, in front of the parents, he was a nice guy, but behind closed doors, he was like a nightmare.
Well, he kept stalking her.
This was after.
After she told him no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm talking about
stalking
before
her.
that. Just like be like, okay, you're gonna marry me, and if you don't marry me, I'll kill your family or something. Like, just be like if they made him
if they made him ugly and mean.
Or a psychopath or something.
But I'm not going to reveal what he says towards the end.
Or if they just made him a weirdo, like, I'm just keeping parts of your hair because I want to show our kids. You know, just like something weird like that. It's like, I'm also keeping your toenails. Like, you know, just...
Oh, jeez, stop
okay,
it.
fingernails, sorry.
Stop it. This was supposed to be a romantic comedy.
It was a little romantic. I'm not sure about the comedy part.
Some bits went okay, some kind of fell.
Some
okay?
were like, hey, you like seeing a dude's butt? That's the joke.
Well, they had to get to know each other and everything, and she all of a sudden was moving out.
And then there's this, like, there's kind of this block where...
Excuse me.
He randomly, it's only like three or four times in the movie, he has flashbacks to where he's talking to her.
The girl that he dated that he was asking to marry him.
I think Over Her Dead Body did this funnier. Yeah, it did. It was... That was funnier. Watch Over Her Dead Body. That was funnier than this movie. Let's see, what else?
How far are we going?
So basically, it's in one of them. He technically never told. Oh, he never told her. He never told her about his his fiance dying.
She never said yes, so she wasn't really a fiance. That's what his best friend kept telling him.
And I understand romantic comedies. There's sometimes some of them have like a small thing that just explodes. What is a dead person? How is that worthy of a breakup?
What do you mean? The dead spirit telling him to break up with her?
The dead fiance, where she was like, you didn't tell me you have a fiance who died, and it's like, they're dead. It's not like it's gonna affect you.
Yes, it will affect you.
The scene was kind of funny about how the mother was like, I liked her, I don't like you. It's like, okay. Oh, there were two other characters that were kind of funny that were like her friends, where they were like circus performers, where they like swallowed swords and like ate fire and stuff.
Yeah.
And then with Jason Biggs, he.
Well, her father was in prison too.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I don't remember what her father. Oh, her father.
He was a bank robber or something.
Her father's story has an arc. That's all I'll say. Um, and uh, Jason Biggs finds out that Isla Fisher said yes. Oh, Isla Fisher's father or parents, because they're Jewish, they're making like Jewish things, like oh God, what was it?
Oh, down in his basement.
Hula hoop or something?
Yeah.
It was a hula hoop, but it was in the shape of a star.
Yeah. And he's got so many things, ideas.
Yeah, there's like what was another one?
The mother was pretty funny when she caught up with
Jula glasses. There's like some kind of glasses or like a
well, they have the slinky
unicycle or something, like a bike that was also had the stars, and it's like, how is that supposed to work as a bike? But yeah, it would do funny stuff like that, and then it would just throw in like a gross out joke where it's like it didn't need to be there.
But a lot of romantic comedies, period, do that. They have stuff that they didn't need to have there.
Yeah, Judd Apatow, remind me to send you a muffin basket one day.
You probably wouldn't even know where to send it.
MPAA, I also want to send you a muffin basket for deciding what is appropriate and what is inappropriate to show in R-rated movies. Or some people have clauses in their contract, which I should really stop. But one thing that happened in this movie that I'm getting tired of is I'm getting tired of scenes where they're about to make love on the bed, but he might get naked, but she doesn't. Can we just stop that, Hollywood, please?
Okay, come on.
You know what? Just close the door and just have sounds or something. Hey, honey, let's make out. Next scene. You know what?
Oh, God.
Why not? You're showing as much stuff. I did like the breakup. They have a breakup. And, there's one more thing I want to talk about. But with the breakup, it is kind of funny how they went through, like, it looked like 6 or 7 pints of ice cream that night.
Mm-hmm. She did with her friends.
Yeah, and a lot of Kleenex. And the other thing I liked... This is why I ask women, but there is a scene where there's a woman getting on the bus. He decides to get up. Jason Biggs decides to get up so she can sit down. Isla Fisher says,
It was on a train.
No, it was on a bus.
No, it was on a train.
It was on a bus. There's no trains in this movie.
Okay, it was on a bus. Settle down.
And they both, are like touching her stomach because
they think she's pregnant.
So, and then he says, like, can I listen? It's like, oh, I think I felt a kick. And she says, I'm not pregnant. That was...
Then he sees her later on the bus again when he was leaving her parents' house.
Yeah, it would have been funnier if she is like, yeah, I remember.
Or he was like...
If she had flicked him the bird, or if she had said like... And then it would have been funnier if...
Why are you doing that?
If she also did this, like, with her stomach.
Why? What would that do?
Because they
whatever.
They thought she was pregnant, so it would have been funnier if she had done that up here and by her stomach. Why not? It would have been cleaner than half the jokes in this movie.
Okay, so how far are you going? Are you going to the jail?
No.
Nope. Okay.
Remember when I said earlier that we were going to stop at the breakup scene?
So then we're just about done. So would you rent this movie?
No.
Well, we what checked it out from the library, so we didn't have to rent it.
If you want to see a Jason Biggs movie, why? But I don't know. Watch the watch the first American Pie movie. It at least has the adorable Allison Hannigan in it, so that's good. And if you want to watch a good Isla Fisher movie, watch the first Now You See Me, where she plays a magician.
Wasn't she in both of them?
No, she was in the second. No, she was only in the first one. The second one had Lizzie Kaplan.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Not all female actors in comedic action movies have to look the same.
True.
Especially since in the first one she was a redhead and Lizzie Kaplan is like black hair. So join us next time when. Oh, would you suggest it?
What?
This movie.
I thought it was okay. There's scenes that we're not going to talk about that were pretty good.
Yeah.
You're not even going to mention the city? No.
What
Okay,
part of we're
that's
going
fine.
to stop
Okay,
at the?
we stop. We stop. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Take care.
Join us next time when we review something else.